Hi traders, and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on this Monday the 26th of June. So coming up to the end of the month now, end of the quarter actually, and we can expect some potential high volatility to come in the markets. It's been a little bit flat today. We've been having a little look around, looking to see what markets are moving, and there's only a couple really that are. Now, looking at the tables, we can see that the yen still remains one of the weakest currencies, and we did really well on yen last week. We were looking to short CAD yen, for instance, which we shorted the yen, against CAD. So we bought CAD yen on a couple of occasions last week, which worked out really well in our favor. The yen still looking weak, so we're expecting some of that yen weakness to continue. The only sort of, I would say, caveat on that at the moment is the Bank of Japan could potentially intervene, especially if dollar yen heads up to around about the 145 level. So although the yen here still suggesting that it's weak, still suggesting that we should still be on the short side of yen, it is becoming a little bit over extended now and a little bit exhausted, so we have to be a little bit careful with entries and exits here, because there's a potential for the market to swing the other way, especially if the Bank of Japan do jump in at any moment and intervene. So you have to be super careful with the yen trades now, although it is still there as an option for us. Now the other option is Aussie Swiss. We can see Aussie Swiss tops our day traders table and is also featured at the bottom of the trend traders table, with the Swiss franc being the third strongest currency on the trend traders, but the top currency of strength on the day traders, and the Australian dollar is the third weakest currency from a trend trading point of view, but tops the day traders as the weakest. So really like the idea of being involved with Aussie Swiss. You can see I've got Aussie Swiss open here on our charts on the right hand side, and I'm just going to expand it out a little bit, and we're going to first of all just go up to our higher time frames. I'm going to go to the daily just so I can show you what's been going on most recently, and we can see that price has been breaking through key areas of support. So first of all, we were trading in this larger time frame bearish channel. We came into the 0 spot 59 handle, we came and retested it, we traded through that and then formed another sort of bullish channel, this time heading towards the 0 spot 62 handle. Now we didn't quite get to the 0 spot 62, we came in fairly short, around about 25 to 50 pips short, and we actually found resistance at the 0 spot 61.50, where prices then just tumbled to the downside. So I'm wondering if this Aussie weakness in particular against the Swiss franc is going to continue. Are we going to come back down to the 0 spot 59, maybe even a little bit lower? You can see that we've come past that area by a few pips most recently, so about 25 pips here and about 45 pips there. So maybe even the 58.75 could be our sort of extended targets on this market in particular. Now if we are going to look for shorts, again, we'd like to look for areas of pullback for the market to come into. Going down into the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the market is making lower highs and lower lows, which is great. Coming into the hourly time frame then, so we can have a little look and expand this out a little bit further. We've got the 0 spot 6 handle, where there's been an area of sort of support and resistance most recently. We've also got the 50 moving average running through, resting just above that 0 spot 6. So that could be a nice area for price to come into before seeing a continuation to the downside. You can see I've got multiple trend lines, resistances as well. So when we're looking for confluences on a short trade here, you know, we can tick off 3 areas really. We've got the horizontal level of resistance, we've got trend line resistance, and 50 EMA or 50 MA, resistance there. That's a simple moving average. But looking to see if price can maybe pull back into that area with multiple confluences for a continuation to the downside. Stop losses are going to go above this high in here. Like I said, targets are probably going to come in at 59.10, just above that 59 handle, which still gives us a good risk reward ratio. Not the strongest that we've seen recently, but still a good risk reward ratio. Now let's jump over to CAD yen. Obviously CAD yen still really on our watch lists at the moment due to the fact that there's a possibility that the yen could continue to weaken further. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we can still look for potential opportunities up into the 109.75, into the 110 handle potentially for CAD yen, and if it does, that's going to give us some options to continue to get long, like we've already said. Looking at the four hour time frame at the moment, slight pullback before seeing a continuation. We actually got long in at the 108.10 last week, and I banked that trade before the close, which was around about 94 pips. Looking for a potential ever entry into this. Now if we go to the hourly time frame here, you can see that prices again come into that 50 moving average. You can see that looking left, we're kind of in and around support and resistance as well. So there is potential for the market to start rallying in and around that point. What I would say though is that we've only really got one confluence there, whereas if price came in a little bit lower, you could see maybe through this point just below where we've seen buyers stepping in at the minute, there could be a bit more to that entry, because you've got the lows as horizontal area of support, you've got the 50 MA running through there, and you also have trendline support. So maybe if we're going to get long on this one, we still need to see a little bit of a pullback, maybe to the 108.60, before seeing continuations towards breaking through the 109s and then into the 110s. So definitely something else to watch there as well. If it just takes off, it takes off without us, unfortunately, but maybe entries back down at that 108.60s could be something to look at. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed all the content, and I'll speak to you in the next video.